Chairman of the Board of Directors of PT Group and Saigon Ratings. Share as follows. International experience shows that attracting FDI is only truly successful when the recipient country does not view foreign investment as the ultimate goal, but rather as a tool to upgrade its production capacity, technology, management, human resources, and national competitiveness. This is also a very important spirit of Resolution 10 NQ-TW, raising FDI standards to elevate the Vietnamese economy. During their development, many Asian countries have utilized capital, technology, knowledge, and international market networks to promote industrialization. However, the common thread among successful economies is not attracting FDI at all costs, but rather knowing how to select appropriate capital flows, linking FDI with national industrial strategies, developing domestic businesses, and gradually mastering higher value-added stages in the global supply chain.
1. Experiences from South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. FDI must be linked to upgrading endogenous capacity. South Korea is a prime example of using external resources to develop internal capabilities. In the early stages of industrialization, South Korea relied not only on foreign capital but, more importantly, on combining capital, technology, export markets, industrial policy, and national enterprise development strategies. The state directed the development of key industries, supported enterprises in expanding production, promoted exports, and invested heavily in education, technical training, and research and development. The key lesson from South Korea is that FDI, or foreign technology, only has long-term value when absorbed by an economy with domestic businesses capable of learning, innovating, and growing. If domestic businesses lack the capacity to absorb it, FDI may only create processing and assembly activities, while core technology, brands, and high added value remain abroad. Conversely, when domestic businesses have the capacity to accumulate technology and management skills, FDI becomes a channel for knowledge transfer, helping the economy upgrade more quickly. Japan offers another lesson. While not a typical model for attracting large amounts of FDI during industrialization, Japan exemplifies technological learning, production organization, and industrial policy. After the war, Japan focused on industrial recovery, prioritizing key sectors, promoting technological innovation, standardizing production, improving product quality, and building internationally competitive industrial conglomerates.
A valuable lesson from Japan is its selective approach to acquiring international knowledge, then localizing, improving, and developing it into unique capabilities. This aligns perfectly with Vietnam's current needs. Raising FDI standards doesn't mean simply selecting large-scale projects. It prioritizes those that can help Vietnam learn technology, improve production standards, develop new management capabilities, and create a foundation for Vietnamese businesses to participate more deeply in high-value-added industries. Taiwan is a particularly successful case study in combining international technology, research institutes, high-tech parks, private enterprises, and skilled human resources. The formation of technology parks, especially Hsinchu Science Park, along with the role of research institutes like ITRI, has created an industrial ecosystem capable of absorbing, innovating, and commercializing technology. From this foundation, Taiwan has gradually built capacity in the electronics and semiconductor industries and become a crucial link in the global technology supply chain. The lessons from Taiwan are highly valuable for Vietnam in its new development phase. To attract high-quality FDI in semiconductors, artificial intelligence, data centers, biotechnology, or green industries, Vietnam cannot simply prepare land and offer tax incentives. More importantly, it must build an ecosystem comprising universities, research institutes, technology companies, investment funds, digital infrastructure, a highly skilled workforce, and policies supporting innovation. With a sufficiently strong ecosystem, FDI will no longer be a standalone flow of capital, but will become an integral part of the process of building national industrial capacity.
2. The experiences of China, Thailand, and Malaysia. FDI competition is shifting towards new technologies, data, and supply chains. China is a prime example of using FDI to promote industrialization, exports, and integration into global supply chains. Through special economic zones, industrial parks, selective opening up policies, large-scale infrastructure development, and leveraging its domestic market advantages, China has strongly attracted FDI into manufacturing, exports, technology, and processing industries. FDI has contributed to bringing in capital, management skills, production technology, and international market networks. However, lessons from China also show that FDI does not automatically create self-reliance. If the economy relies too long on processing, assembly, or low-cost incentives, it may face risks such as low added value, environmental pollution, overcapacity, or dependence on foreign technology. Therefore, the important lesson is not just to attract more FDI, but to gradually raise investment standards, encourage domestic enterprises to learn, innovate technology, and participate in higher value stages. Within the ASEAN region, Thailand is demonstrating a new competitive edge for FDI. The country is not only attracting FDI into the traditional automotive industry, but is also boosting sectors such as data centers, cloud computing, smart electronics, electric vehicles, and digital infrastructure. The flow of FDI into these sectors reflects a new regional trend. International investors are seeking destinations with robust digital infrastructure, stable power supply, clear policies, favorable geopolitical locations, and connectivity to regional supply chains.
The lesson from Thailand is that FDI competition in the new era is no longer based solely on cheap labor. High-tech projects, data centers, semiconductors, artificial intelligence, and digital services require a completely different investment environment: clean electricity, robust telecommunications infrastructure, skilled technology, data security standards, streamlined administrative procedures, and long-term support policies. These are the areas Vietnam needs to pay special attention to if it wants to raise FDI standards in line with Resolution 10 NQ-TW. Malaysia is also emerging as a notable competitor in attracting high-quality FDI, particularly in the semiconductor, electronics, data center, and technology services sectors. Malaysia has a relatively long-established electronics industry and is strategically building to upgrade its position in the semiconductor value chain, moving from assembly and testing to chip design, advanced packaging, semiconductor devices, and high-value engineering services. The lesson from Malaysia is that a country wishing to attract high-tech FDI needs a clear industry strategy, consistent investment policies, in-depth human resource development programs, and mechanisms to connect foreign investors with domestic businesses. FDI will only create significant spillover effects when placed within an overall industrial strategy, with specific upgrading goals and a system for measuring effectiveness after licensing.
3. Lessons learned for Vietnam in the process of raising FDI standards. From the experiences of these countries, Vietnam can draw several important lessons. First and foremost, attracting FDI must be linked to the national development strategy. Vietnam needs to clearly identify priority sectors in the new phase, such as semiconductors, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, clean energy, modern logistics, finance, data centers, green industries, and supporting industries. Once priority sectors are identified, FDI policies should focus on forming industry clusters, supply chains, and innovation ecosystems, rather than attracting investment broadly across administrative boundaries. Secondly, investment incentives need to shift from input-based incentives to results-based incentives. Support policies should be linked to specific investor commitments regarding technology transfer, localization rates, training of Vietnamese human resources, establishment of R&D centers, use of domestic suppliers, environmental protection, green transformation, and compliance with ESG standards. This is how to ensure that FDI does not simply come to Vietnam to take advantage of costs, but also to create new value together with Vietnam.
Third, domestic enterprises must be placed at the center of FDI policy. International experience shows that no country has successfully upgraded solely through foreign businesses. Self-reliance is only developed when domestic enterprises participate more deeply in the supply chain, become high-level suppliers, learn technology, raise management standards, and gradually build their own competitive capacity. Fourth, Vietnam needs to enhance the absorption capacity of its economy. This includes improving the quality of vocational education, developing a workforce of engineers, managers, and technology experts, promoting R&D, supporting small and medium-sized enterprises in technological innovation, establishing production standards, and upgrading digital infrastructure, logistics infrastructure, and energy infrastructure. Without sufficient absorption capacity, high-quality FDI will struggle to create the expected spillover effects. Finally, Resolution 10 NQTW sets out a strategic requirement. Vietnam must shift from the position of a cost-competitive manufacturing destination to the position of a partner in developing industrial, technological, and innovation capabilities. This is the foundation for raising FDI standards, improving productivity, increasing national competitiveness, and gradually elevating the Vietnamese economy in the new era of development.